Hi, I want to tell you about something that I put together that I'm really passionate about. This is the time of summer when everyone's looking ahead to the ministry year and trying to decide what to be a part of, what to say yes to, what to say no to, how to grow spiritually. And so I put together this little workshop. It's free. It just will help you discern if you live in a place like I do. We are surrounded with options. There are online options, there are in-person options, there are do-it-yourself options for spiritual growth. It's a good problem to have, I suppose, if you live in I live in the Chicago metropolitan area. So I just want to tell you about a little workshop that I put together that will help you wade through your options. So bear with me. I am going to share my screen, and here we are. And so here's something I want you to think about. There are three key components that tend to be missing when growth is stagnant. I do believe it's God's will that all of us grow spiritually. And yet that doesn't always happen. We all know people who are saved, they're in the kingdom, but they're missing the fruit of the Spirit, the joy, the peace, the kindness, the love, and we don't want to be one of those people. And so it's just something that I've been studying for a long time. It's a passion the Lord's given me, is to help people grow spiritually. And I have seen that there are three key components that tend to be missing when the growth isn't happening. So they are the same three key components that are almost always present in the life of a flourishing Christian. Flourishing Christians don't get that way by chance. It's not a matter of luck. There are three key things that you will find in the life of Christians who are growing and flourishing and bearing fruit. And do you want to know what they are? Do you want to discover the secret sauce of spiritual growth? Three very simple, very scripturally visible ingredients that make the difference between the plant on my left and the plant on my in the center. Actually is where we want to be, where we're strong and bearing fruit. So I'm so glad you asked. So this is the little workshop that I put together. It's under an hour, and I term these things growth busters. There are certain things that creep into a believer's walk that just kind of stymie the growth. And so whatever causes you to be fruitless, we're not going to doubt your salvation. Just what are some practices in your life that we can replace so that you are fruitful? So we'll not just talk about what stymies growth, but also how to surmount it. Because I would love to see in your life a replacement of uncertainty, wrong turns. Should I sign up for this? Should I agree to do that? Where should I serve? Where should I place my time and energies this ministry year? Uncertainty, wrong turns, grabbing at whatever comes across your plate, that can actually lead to fruitlessness. And so we want to replace that with decisiveness, intentionality, confidence, forward movement, so that you are a fruitful Christian. And the way we will do this in the workshop is by identifying and surmounting obstacles to spiritual growth. All right. Clarity reduces anxiety. Truly, you would think it's a blessing that there are so many options in this day and age for spiritual growth, but it can lead to a very haphazard approach to growing. And God is not the author of confusion. So if you take the heart splash, that's what I call my 1 hour free workshops. This would be good for you if you are a believer and you truly want to grow, and yet you find yourself sometimes feeling insecure or uncertain. Are you moving in the right direction? Why don't you have those growth spurts you had as an early Christian? If you have bought into the truth that you need to take ownership of your spiritual growth, and if you are teachable and eager to learn, or if you are bearing tons of fruit now, but you have a lot of people that you shepherd and you would like to make sure that you are shepherding them well, I think this would be a great 1 hour investment of your time. If you want an easy, quick formula, That's not gonna work. If you're coming with a bad attitude, you wouldn't even be listening so far. If you don't like really care about your spiritual growth and you can't focus for 60 minutes, then this probably isn't for you. But if you're a sharp cookie and you just want to make a really sound choice from the plethora of options out there, I think this workshop will really equip you, because wherever you're at, whether you're a new believer, whether you're a seasoned believer, whether you're fruitful and wanting to shepherd others, or whether you're kind of fruitless and not sure why, know that God's will for you, for each of his children, is spiritual growth. We know that's true because it says so in the Bible. It's God's will that you should be sanctified. Sanctification is what is the equivalent, biblical equivalent of spiritual growth. So you are meant to flourish. It's God's will that you should be sanctified. So if you're not flourishing, let's get some help. This is a promise to believers. He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that brings forth its fruit in its season, whose leaf also shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper. That is a promise in the scripture for every believer. So if that's not you, let's kick the tires of your current spiritual growth plan. Let's have a way to filter the options available so that you make a really good decision this fall. So I invite you to Growth Busters. It will leave you with a very clear way to filter all the options that are ahead of you. It will either affirm your current spiritual growth plan, or you will be able to say, aha, I think I need to add this or subtract that. So I like to make my teachings very, very practical. And I believe that it is God's will that you grow, and there's no reason not to grow. So let's get down to business and see what is getting in the way of your spiritual growth or the spiritual growth of the people that you lead and shepherd by going to workshops.heartcleanse.org/growthbusters and sign up today. And that's all. And I hope to see you over there, my friend. Blessings.